Now imagine this. A group of teens discovers a secret supercomputer in an abandoned factory. Inside it, a virtual world infected by an evil AI that wants to take over the real world. Sounds like the Matrix, right? Now imagine it as a cartoon, with sleek anime-style characters, glowing battlesuits, and some of the most high-stake storytelling of the early 2000s. Now welcome to the world of Code Lyoko, the show that combined sci-fi, cyberpunk anime, and team drama in a way that absolutely no one else was doing around that time. But before we dive into the show, guys, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss an episode of Blast from the Past TV. With that out of the way, guys, let's get into it. Now, Code Lyoko was a French anime-influenced animated series created by Thomas Romain and Tanya Palumbo, and it was produced by Ante Films Production in Season 1 and Moonscope from Seasons 2 to 4. It was produced for Cartoon Network, France 3, and Canal J. Now, our journey begins at Gobelins, the renowned French animation school. Now, back in the 2000s, students Thomas Romain and Tanya Palumbo created a short film titled Garage Kids. This project laid the foundation of what would become Code Lyoko. The film's unique blend of real-world settings and virtual adventures caught the attention of Ante Films, leading the development of the full-fledged series. So some hardcore fans believe that the Garage Kids project was the original origin of this show, and was used more as a pilot. What is interesting about the name Lyoko, it is derived from the Japanese word ryoko, meaning travel, symbolizing the voyage into the virtual world. Now, Thomas Romain was inspired by sci-fi classics like The Matrix and animes such as Serial Experiments Lain and Neo Genesis Evangelion. Now, he envisioned a series that delved deep into the digital realm. Tanya Palumbo, the artistic director, was instrumental in shaping the series' visual identity. She designed the characters, drawing inspiration from Japanese animator Koji Morimoto. Fun fact, Alita's pink hair was actually inspired by Palumbo's own hair color. While Romain departed the project in 2003 to pursue other adventures, Palumbo remained dedicated, guiding the series through its 4th season run. Now, after the departure of Thomas Romain, the creation of Project Code Lyoko started. Tanya Palumbo became the artistic director, and it was at this moment that 2 key documents of the cartoon were developed. The first is the Graphic Bible, a book that sets out each character's outfits, the appearance of monsters, set designs, and in short, the entire graphic universe of the series. Now, Code Lyoko masterfully combines 2 worlds, the real world and the virtual one. The real world setting, like Kadic Academy and the abandoned factory, were modeled after actual locations in France. They were trying to ground the series in authenticity. In contrast, the virtual world of Lyoko, rendered in 3D CGI, offers a stark digital landscape filled with danger and mystery. This is a blend of 2D and 3D animation. It was pioneering at the time. This was setting Code Lyoko apart from other shows at that time. Code Lyoko premiered September 3rd, 2003, and arrived on French screens, making it the birth of the cartoon. The series was aired on France 3, and it was broadcasted until the 25th of February 2004. During the following months, the series arrived in the United States, broadcasted in Canada on Cartoon Network on April 19th, 2004. Now, producing Code Lyoko was no small feat. The series' unique animation style required collaboration between studios in France and Asia. The 2D animation was primarily handled by studios in Hong Kong, while the 3D CGI was produced in-house by Ante Films team in Angoulême. Director Jérôme Mascotte emphasized the importance of realistic backgrounds, leading the team to base settings on real French locations. This commitment to authenticity added depth to the series' visual storytelling. Now, animation is one thing, but at the heart of Code Lyoko are its characters. Jeremy the tech genius, Alita the virtual enigma, Ulrich the stoic warrior, Umi the strategic thinker, and Odd the quirky comic relief. Each character brings depth, nuance, navigating both teenage challenges and virtual battles. Their dynamic relationships and growth arcs add layers to the narrative, making viewers invested in their journey. For the antagonist of the show, we have Xana. The malevolent AI serves as the primary antagonist. Its ability to manipulate both the virtual and the real world introduces high stakes. From possessing individuals to causing real-world disasters, Xana's presence is constantly a threat, pushing our protagonists to their limits. Now, the fanbase was a massive influence on this series. The writers of the show were very interested in the opinions of the fans, going so far into having discussions with fans on the forum. They talked about their cartoon, its faults, its good qualities, and especially what the fans would like to get answered about the later on stories. Code Lyoko was no longer just a cartoon, but a franchise with potential success. Rather than a repetitive season like Season 1 was, Season 2 revolved around a scenario. They changed the whole script around. They created the entire series background. To put it simply, they invented the origin of Lyoko, the story of Franz Hopper, and the creation of the supercomputer and Lyoko. Everything was created at that time. Even the 3D CGI was redesigned to boost the series. The heroes' outfits changed slightly in Season 2. They added new monsters, new places even appeared, and especially the new change of Lyoko. They added new monsters, new places even appeared, and especially they changed Lyoko. It became brighter, and the forest sector became highly modified. Now, even though Season 2 was just supposed to be a continuation of Season 1, it became the narrative arc that would launch Code Lyoko. Its success would boom to such an extent that even before the French broadcast was completed, the existence of a continuation was already guaranteed. The franchise found huge financial partners in France 3 and Canal J and even Cartoon Network. The phenomenal audience figures of the series of these channels attracted funding. Season 2 hadn't even finished airing, and the 2 new seasons have been ordered. Now, Season 3 and Season 4 were ordered at the same time. The objective was different this time. The end of Season 4 had to be a real ending and not a cliffhanger. Now, the first 2 seasons were originally the same length, approximately 22 episodes each, and it wasn't until later the 30 episodes were confirmed for Season 4, while 15 remained for Season 3. Discussions about the series effectively ended up at that point. Season 3 would be a season of transition, and it was meant to be a distraction for the audience while large work was being done on Season 4. This especially allowed for longer periods of work on the all-new things for Season 4. Now, the scriptwriters took advantage of this plan, and a project that they always wanted to do was a prequel episode of Code Lyoko, the double episodes of the beginning of the hero's adventures. The special episode was meant to be done during Season 2, but the broadcasters rejected the idea. Then they thought about making it into a movie, but this idea was also rejected as well. Finally, the writers managed to achieve their goal. 2 episodes were cut from Season 3, going from 15 to 13, and the prequel became special double episode of Xana Awakens. Although officially the double episode was in terms of broadcasting part of Season 3. Now, sadly, the airing of Season 3 on France 3 was riddled with many failures that made the French fans angry. Monscoop rode the wave produced by Season 3, and a lot more products were then created. 2 Code Lyoko games for the mobile phones, figurines from the series, and a complete English DVD. Fans were hoping that the final season would end off on a strong note. Now, what made the French fans even angrier, the Americans got an advance screening of the very first episode of Season 4 on May 18th, and then the season started airing on June 12th on Cartoon Network. The only good point for poor French fans was the release of the first DS game. Now, even with all the failures of Season 3, fans loved Season 4, and Code Lyoko reached its end. Monscoop used the success of the new season to launch even more related products. The Wii game Quest for Infinity was launched on November 2007, and a second DS game was also added. So when the 4th season ended, it brought even more questions. At the first step, Sophie Desseret, the writer and director of Seasons 1 to 3, who stayed for so long, announced there will be no 5th season of Code Lyoko. She mentions nevertheless some debate about a project to give us more information about the backstories, the story of Franz Hooper, but nothing will be animated. Now, even though Code Lyoko has ended, its influence still extends beyond its original run. Its themes of digital identity, friendship, and resilience still resonates with audiences even today. This series has inspired fan art, music, and even a live-action sequel called Code Lyoko Evolution. Though the sequel had mixed reception, it underscores the enduring passion fans have for the original series. Now, Code Lyoko stands as a testament to innovative storytelling and artistic vision. It blends real-world authenticity and virtual adventures. Its story continues to captivate audiences. Even if you haven't revisited this gem recently, now is a perfect time to dive back into the world of Lyoko. Now, for myself personally, I've never actually watched Code Lyoko. I always do remember it on TV. Now, I didn't realize how big of a fan base there was or how big the show actually is. Even on their YouTube page, each episode has almost 500,000 views. That is absolutely insane. But I want to know your opinion. Is this show worth checking out? Have you rewatched it or have you watched it before? But guys, let me know in the comments down below, have you ever watched this show or did you ever forget about it?